On today's Fit to Eat, I'll be making barbecue boiled ribs with baked potato veggie salad and a healthy yogurt coleslaw. Rebecca Turner shows us how to make a great appetizer, perfect for football fans. And we check out a tailgating party on this week's Down on the Farm segment. My good friend and co-worker Dennis Trochesset, Director of Operation for Gulf Coast Restaurants, is here to help me out, and we're going to have a blast, so join us. Welcome back to Fit to Eat. I'm your host, Rob Stinson, and today we have Dennis Trochesset on the set with me. Dennis, tell me what's new, man.
How's it going, Rob? Good to see you today.
Long time no see, huh?
Appreciate you having me back.
Absolutely.
So did I hear correctly, we're doing a healthy version of tailgating on the show today?
Absolutely.
Oh, can't wait to see it.
I tell you, and I mean, it's good, but look where we start.
Oh, nice
All
cut
right,
of
so we're going to do a healthy veggie potato salad.
Okay.
We're going to do a healthy coleslaw.
Healthy coleslaw.
Unbelievable,
Seriously.
huh?
All right, can't wait to see.
And we start off with spare ribs.
All right.
That's a whole rack, okay? This is what you would go to the store and buy. Easily enough for a family of 4. So we're going to cut this into some smaller portions. But the really good thing about this and why I picked it, this is an inexpensive form of pork.
Right.
You know, it's not baby back. I mean, baby backs are triple the price. So what we need to do is make them tender so people can enjoy them. And that's where we're going to really kind of throw a curve.
So you're going to smoke it low and slow for long periods of time?
We're actually going to boil the ribs in skim milk and seasoning.
Skim milk?
Skim milk.
Okay.
It'll pull out all the fat, pull out all the impurities, tenderize it. You can soak them overnight if you had time. We're going to do this, and then through the magic of TV, we'll have pretended that we were doing it for about an hour, but let's trim these.
All right, sounds good.
All right, so we can get started. So we've got quite a few portions here if you look at this. And where I'm going to go is right in between. And people always ask me, how do you do it? Easiest way to cut them is to turn it over so you see the bones.
Right.
And then cut right between. And I don't need a big fancy knife for that. A sharp, small knife is easy. There's one nice piece. We're going to come over here and do about the same kind, leave just about exactly 4.
And if you look at the portions,
even.
that's a family of 4 right there. Everybody getting a nice
right.
healthy portion.
You're darn right. And I tell you what, really good stuff at that.
Yes.
And especially when we get done with this. So we've got all these, and we've got a few extra pieces that we're not going to use at all. I'm going to actually get a plate, set some of those out of the way. But we are going to take a good look at some of the pieces we have up here. There's a beautiful piece,
gorgeous.
okay? So let's trim this off, just so it keeps it about the same size.
So someone told me you were making a healthy barbecue sauce with this today. I can't wait to see that.
I'm telling you, it's delicious.
Really?
It's really delicious.
Not a ketchup-based barbecue sauce.
Not a ketchup base, and a
excited.
lot of flavor. And obviously what we're going to do, once we get all this cut, we're going to move all this off to the side.
Right.
And then we'll end up sterilizing this board so we get all that blood off of it. But let's keep this one out for right now. I'm going to move it forward a little bit because we're going to pan-sear the veggies that are going to go in the skim milk that we're going to actually boil the ribs with.
Nice.
So I'm going to ask for you to help me on this one.
All right.
We're going to take about a half a teaspoon, so incredibly low amount of fat. Throw our onions in first. Turnip.
Really?
Yep.
Turnip,
just like you're making stock.
Huh.
Just like you're making stock. And you
Garlic.
know.
Gotta
have garlic.
Guys. Love the garlic.
Got to have garlic. And you're going to see, Dennis is a pro. You should have seen me trying to teach Rebecca doing this. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, that's all the fun of cooking,
know.
guys. You got to get in there and learn and have fun.
Hey, Rebecca, I'm not making fun of you. I'm laughing with you. That was fun. We had a good time. I was holding her hand and teaching her how to turn a skillet. All right, so what we want to do on these is kind of get this up as high as we can.
Right.
Brown those so they get that kind of browning, smoking flavor.
Right.
And that's where a lot of the flavor is going to come from that you were hoping we would do.
Right. Good.
Now, lots of information, so you can go to mpbonline.org/fit-to-eat or join our Facebook page at MPB Fit to Eat. Easy enough to get on there, and I tell you what's neat, if you guys have any of your own ideas Post them on the site.
Post them on the page.
Yeah, really,
I'm always
really
up for
neat.
learning something new.
I tell you what, and you see they're already browning nicely.
No, they smell great.
Awesome. All right, so next thing we're gonna do, and I just gonna toss them in there quickly.
Open up the peppercorns.
Open up the peppercorns a little bit. Now, we've got in there right now, let's go back over this turnip, onion, garlic, peppercorn.
Right.
I've got crab boil. We're gonna put some crab boil in the milk to
up.
give the ribs some spice. And then bay leaf, which of course you throw, and we're gonna add the parsley at the last minute.
A little pressure.
So let's go ahead. This is where we gotta be tricky and careful. Yep, you got it. Let's put that right on front.
There we go.
And we are gonna very carefully just pour that skim milk in the pan. Perfect.
So I've heard in the past that people soak their meat in buttermilk or they soak it in skim milk to get rid of the gaminess, whether it's venison or wild turkey or duck or anything like that. So this is basically the same premise.
Exactly. Like if you're cooking liver and you want to get all the gaminess out. And I tell you what, this can go out to all those hunters out there or the wives of the hunters.
Thank you, ladies.
Who are trying to figure a way, how can I make deer taste different than the 20 different times I've cooked it this month? Here's a great way to do it and get the gaminess out. Let's put the crab boil in.
Crab boil and milk. What an intriguing idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
Bay leaf.
All right. And
And
it's
we're
very
ready.
healthy.
We're ready. Go ahead and if we need to, we'll toss it. But bottom line, let's get all that goodness. And there we go.
Man, that smells fantastic.
Doesn't it smell great?
It smells great.
Awesome, awesome flavors. And now we just take our, pop it right in
I'll put the cap on.
and cover it.
And about how long do you boil this?
This really, all right, I do it the first time about 15 minutes and see how it's holding up.
Okay.
Then you let it go about another 45 minutes.
45
So
minutes.
this is going to take about an hour. And you know what the only thing I didn't put in? Let's throw our parsley in there right now. So we've pretty much got everything in there that we need. We're going to go ahead and make the barbecue sauce, and then we're going to pull a little switcheroo, if you would, and take it to a different level. Let's get this out of the way for right now, and I'm going to just move this right behind us, and we'll work off of our cutting board. So, barbecue sauce, healthy barbecue sauce.
I'm ready to learn.
Easy, easy. Little bit of pure tomato paste. Okay, really, really a healthy product. Almost has no calories. And now,
that
good local honey.
Support your local farmers, guys.
Oh man, and I tell you what, it's got great quality. You know, there are stories that it can actually help people who've got allergies, you know, if they take a little bit of local honey. We're gonna pep it up with some white pepper, some black pepper, some garlic powder.
I noticed you're using powder, not granulated.
Yep, no salt.
Okay, makes sense.
I forgot to say that. No salt so far.
Nice.
None. Absolutely none. And onion powder. So both powders.
Right.
Now here's the real kick. The chili powder that goes in there. That chili powder.
Now you're speaking my language.
I know you love chili, and I don't know if anybody out there remembers, but we made chili together here, and it was some good. And we were talking about deer.
Yes.
That was deer. All right, and a little touch of vegetable stock.
Okay.
Just to give it a little creaminess. And all we're going to do is mix this up really well.
So you're going to baste the ribs with this, and then how are you going to cook them? What's your preferred method?
Well, I tell you what. You could do them a lot of different ways. You could throw them on a grill. But I'm looking over here, and I'm thinking a lot of people don't have a grill in their kitchen, and a lot of people may not have the time to fire one up outside.
Right.
We're going to do this under a broiler.
Bad. Who knows?
Yep, we're going to do this under a broiler. So now the fun part is our Presto Changeo.
The magic of television.
We've got, and that is literally, you can see all the fat cut down.
Nice.
You can see the meat. And if we grab this tray over here, isn't that neat? And that is literally how they'll come out.
Okay.
And we'll show this at the end, how close it looks to be that. But what we're going to do is place it on a covered board with foil.
Right.
Okay.
Makes it easy for cleanup.
I mean, anybody has that at home, right? Then all we're going to do, take it and baste it.
I like how thick and rich this barbecue sauce
Yeah,
looks.
isn't it neat?
And with the seasonings, it looks like definitely a healthy alternative. No extra salt, no extra fat.
I tell you what, too, it's got tons of flavor. You know what's interesting on it?
What's that?
Take a little taste.
All right, that'll will.
Just a little touch is all you really need. And you'll see, it's got a beautiful blend of flavor.
Shocking. That's delicious.
Isn't that amazing?
Ooh, I can think of a few uses.
I mean, it really, and it's so simple. You can use it on chicken. You could use it, I've used it on fish, on a meaty fish like swordfish, it's great.
That'd be great on duck.
Pork chop, duck, deer.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could go on and on and on and on and then find really a million different uses for it. So let's go ahead and take this. We're going to go put this.
Put it in the oven?
Yeah, we're going to head over that way.
I got you covered.
All right.
So what you have the oven set on?
This right now is on a medium broil.
Okay.
We're going to go and turn it up to a high broil on the bottom shelf. And the idea of that is to get a nice little crusting on there. And it may take about 5 minutes to do that. So the whole process now, you could have boiled these ahead.
Gotcha.
Have your guests over and say,
or...
now we're ready to cook, and just flip them in the oven. Easy, you're there with your guests. So on our nutrition segment today, Rebecca is going to prepare an appetizer that is healthy and perfect for those hungry football fans.
Nice.
Awesome.
Here in the Southeast, we are known for having the best college football teams in the nation and the best game day celebration. But tailgating season doesn't have to be a nutrition fumble. Today, I have an easy-to-prepare appetizer that will tackle fans' hunger while scoring points in good nutrition. Everybody loves pizza, but I can guarantee your fans won't be disappointed when you kick off game day with it as an appetizer. In fact, they will be cheering for more. So let's get started. First, we're going to combine 6 ounces of light cream cheese and a half a cup of light sour cream with 1 teaspoon of oregano. You'll just simply stir until this mixture is smooth. This recipe is great to get your kids in the kitchen because there's no sharp utensils or hot items needed. Once this mixture is good and smooth, you can pour it into a 9-inch baking dish. The good news about this recipe is it doesn't have to look perfect because once it gets in the oven, it's all going to melt together just beautifully. So once you get it nice and spread out, we're going to take a half a cup of pizza sauce. Now, although it doesn't come to mind when we think of healthy foods, pizza sauce is actually very healthy. Tomatoes contain a nutrient called lycopene, which is an antioxidant that can help protect the skin from sun damage. So you're just going to pour on the pizza sauce and spread it on top. Getting it all out of there. Your kids will love the fact that this recipe just has pizza in the name. Next, we're going to take 1 cup shredded mozzarella cheese. Cheese is this recipe's MVP because it contains calcium for strong bones, but it's also an excellent source of protein. Just 1/4 cup of mozzarella cheese provides 8 grams of protein. That's as much as an egg. The protein will get your fans up on their feet and keep them satisfied at least until halftime. Now, after adding the cheese, you're going to add the toppings of your choice, just like you would any pizza. I like to top my pizza with vegetables to keep the nutrients up but those fat and calories down. Today, I'm topping with 2 of my favorite, bell peppers and onions. Not only will it make it beautiful, but it will provide a nice little crunch. Once you finish with the toppings, you're just going to pop this into a preheated oven at 350 degrees for 10 minutes until the cheese is just melting. You know, for a real winning combination, you're going to serve up your pizza dip with whole grain pita chips and fresh vegetables. Now that's fit to eat.
You know, that just goes to prove that you can have a great snack and still have a healthy snack.
Flavorful and healthy.
Unbelievable, huh?
Wow.
All right, so where are we going next?
So show me this potato salad you was telling me about.
This is a potato veggie salad.
Right.
So we're going to spray this with a little bit of zero fat spray.
Okay.
And then literally take, and I'm gonna show how easy this is. We're gonna throw all that in.
All right.
Let's go ahead. We throw our
Yellow
squash,
little zucchini.
our zucchini, and our carrots,
Gotcha.
and our onion, and then we're gonna hold off on the garlic for just a minute. So if you would, but let's show this to people at home. It's so easy, Dennis, and a lot of us know from being in the business.
Right, right.
But to take it, cut it in half,
Right.
cut it in quarters, and it's as simple as it needs to be. Then you want to get your bite-sized pieces so that when you're on a fork, you don't have one huge flavor.
Right, it's easy to eat, especially tailgating.
Right, just simple, easy cuts. Nothing fancy, Anybody can do that.
Yeah, and take your time, guys. Make sure you enjoy yourself.
Yeah, and
The kids really love to do it, too.
You know, I
Get your
love
kids involved in cooking.
Yeah, I know your daughters do, don't they?
Love it, love it. It keeps them active, keeps them intrigued. They really like it.
I just think, you know, people socialize in the kitchen so often.
Well, that's how it used to be.
Yeah, it's how it should be.
I agree.
Now we'll go and add that garlic, okay?
Beautiful.
Little black pepper. And we're going to sprinkle it all around.
Nice.
Want to get a lot of flavor because we've got a lot of potatoes, don't forget. So this looks like a lot of seasoning, but it isn't.
Okay.
We have already boiled and cut the potatoes.
All right.
Just so they see, and that just came from a great fresh baked potato. So we can go ahead and actually throw them in as well, and then just kind of toss all that together.
Nice color in this potato salad.
Isn't that neat?
Not your typical mayonnaise, mustard, eggs, onions, relish kind of salad. I like
exactly. And no bacon, no fat, you know, no mayonnaise.
Or sour cream. No mayonnaise. I'm still waiting.
Let's say we've got all these ingredients in there. You can go to mpbonline.org/fit-to-eat or go to the Facebook site, MPB Fit to Eat, and get all of the details on the recipe. And you know what? They get to see us again. Forever.
Hey, don't be surprised if maybe I try to steal this recipe and serve it at one of the restaurants.
Yeah, you know what I was going to say? We don't have any of this exact food in Lookout, Salute, or the Reef.
Right.
But it is something that maybe down the road we may do, or we may do for caterings.
A lot of catering, especially Coast Creations, for sure.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so I think we're ready. Let's take it now. We're going to throw it into this nice, beautiful bowl here. Incredible smell, huh?
Yes.
I add the green onions last because we don't, you know, I want to let them stay nice and fresh. Little bit of fresh chopped parsley.
Nice.
And then the kicker.
So that's your emulsifier.
That is the emulsifier. That is the Greek non-fat yogurt.
Wow.
A little bit of vegetable stock, salt-free.
Salt-free?
I don't know if I mentioned that before, but it is all salt-free.
Correct me if I'm wrong. There hasn't been any salt used anywhere in any of these dishes today, so they're heart healthy, they're good for you, and they're still delicious. I'm enjoying it.
Low in sodium, low in fat. You know, I mean, that's the key. And I tell you what, look how pretty that is. And that's going to be enough for 2 people. But we're going to end up coming back and doing some fun stuff with our coleslaw. You know what, Dennis?
What's that?
How about we go check on those ribs in the
Maybe
broiler?
I can baste them. Let's see how they're looking.
All right.
Ooh, I don't know if they need any help at all. They're looking gorgeous.
Let's pull that out and see where we are with it.
Oh, baby.
Oh, my gosh.
That's looking great. How about I set this right here?
I tell you what, put it right on that heat tray. Look how pretty that is, huh?
That is gorgeous.
You know,
I can't wait to try those.
I figured something else out.
My mouth's watering.
All of the crew has got me making all these different versions.
All right.
They've got the one here.
Gotcha.
We probably have a backup somewhere else we haven't even talked
perhaps.
about. And this one they're going to eat really well today.
Oh, man.
Unbelievable, huh?
That looks great.
So, yeah, I mean, we're pretty much done on that. I think we're pretty much finished on mixing the potato salad. It'll get even better as it sits there a little bit longer. But the idea of it, and look at that, how light that is.
That could be a tabletop-friendly potato salad. With the Greek non-fat yogurt, you don't have to worry about it spoiling.
Nope, not at all.
Nice, I like that.
Not at all, and man, you could take that and literally use that at any game, put it out in the middle, and people are gonna say, wow, that's gotta be the most unique potato salad I've ever seen. All right, now, on our Down on the Farm segment, we're gonna head out to a tailgating party to see what's cooking there as well. And you know what we're gonna do over here?
Try a little potato salad.
Yeah, let you try a little potato salad.
Sounds great.
2014 was an exciting season for Mississippi State football fans. The Bulldogs were rated #1 well into the season. As the excitement grew, so did the attendance at the tailgating around campus.
It's really been something special to see, and all the maroon. In every home game, we've had huge crowds. Of course, God has blessed us with great weather for every home game, and that's been fun. But really, to see the tailgating atmosphere grow, the atmosphere at the games, the number of people over the last 4 or 5 years has really been a sight to see. It's fun as a State fan.
It's nice to be #1 in the nation. It's a new treat for us. You know, every week's a new game, and just take it one week at a time and enjoy the press coverage and enjoy the success. So
we're usually the first ones here every week. We get here anywhere from 6 to 7 a.m. On game day, and so we can get the grill fired up. We're using the Mississippi pecan wood and Mississippi raised either pork or chicken, so we've got quite a bit of that on the grill today. We've got some baby back ribs and some chicken on the grill and some pork tenderloin and boudin too. We've been doing this for about the last 12 years here in the same spot.
Today we are setting up. We got Jeff Smith over here. He's setting up. We got some back strap, and we also got some hog we're about to throw on the grill. Whenever we first start out tailgating, we usually like to we have everything set up where we have some food. We got some barbecue, we got some chicken, some macaroni and cheese, baked beans, slaw. We got a full spread. And as the day goes on, we like to fire up the grill about halfway through, around halftime of the ball game, so we can kind of get some fresh food and kind of get some more variety of food out there for everybody to sample on by the time whenever they come out of the game.
Well, we decided this week we would bring crawfish chowder. That's one of the favorites amongst all of the tailgaters. So we bring crawfish chowder. We have red beans and rice. This week we always bring chicken tenders. We always try to bring a vast array of appetizers as desserts as well.
Tailgating is a tradition all over the South. We're fortunate enough to get to do this every week, and every week it's a little bit different menu. It's a great way to say thank you to our borrowers and our clients. So we get to socialize, eat good food, and really thank them for supporting us and making our jobs enjoyable.
Those look great.
Unbelievable, huh? Listen, tailgating parties can be great fun, and these barbecue ribs, I promise, those are going to be a hit, huh?
Oh, definitely going to be a hit. And you know, you don't have to use them for tailgating. It'd be great for a summer, spring barbecue, out on the boat, anything like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love the crust, too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that honey, that local honey, caramelizes so well.
Looks fantastic.
Well, let's go ahead. We're gonna show people how to make their own coleslaw.
All right, let's do it.
Everybody can go to the store and buy the pack of shredded cabbage, but
Right.
I suggest
There's no fun in that.
It's like no cost. It's so inexpensive. All they need to do, fresh head of cabbage, take a piece,
Take a little wedge.
cut it on a wedge, turn it over. Have we done this a million times or what?
Pretty close.
And then just thinly slice it. Now, it doesn't look like coleslaw, they're gonna say. And I'll show them
yet.
why. You gotta break it apart.
You got to have some fun with your food.
And I try to do it to where you know, I don't want you guys to say, well, gee, I can't use a knife like that. Yes, you can
Anybody
slice.
can. Take your time, guys.
Yep, you don't have to
Don't
do it
be
that
intimidated.
fast. But look at that. Look at how that bulks up.
Nice.
Isn't that neat?
And we're doing a healthy version of coleslaw. I'm still
Yeah.
miffed about this.
Come on, let's move this off to the side.
All right.
And we're going to actually make all the ingredients. I just wanted to actually kind of hands-on show them.
All right.
We're going to take a bowl. We're going to take about 2 tablespoons of that shredded cabbage, okay, in there. About half that amount of red cabbage. We did the exact same thing. I got the head right there, so they can't say they can't find that. Some julienne carrots,
Yummy.
just to add some crunch. Some more fresh herbs, and you know what this is? This is tarragon, Dennis.
Love tarragon.
I love
slight
it.
Anise
It gives it,
licorice
and it
flavor.
kind of fills in, because you mentioned there's no vinegar in
Right.
here. We're going to throw some pepper in there just to season it.
Nice.
A little bit of apple juice.
Really?
Yeah, instead of oil.
Okay.
A little bit of sucralose, a sugar substitute, rather. It's easy for me to say. And with that, we add our Greek non-fat yogurt.
Wow.
So we are actually at a point right now. Let's
some
take
dog?
this. Let's take this spoon right here. Toss it all around. And I tell you what I'm going to have you do, Dennis?
What's that?
You mind tossing that for me right over
not
here in
at
the
all.
middle? Because where I'm going to go with this is actually starting to get our plate ready.
Can't wait. You know what it means when you start the plate. We get to eat soon.
Yeah, and I tell you what, man. You know, we've been blessed. Lookout Salute, The Reef, and Kelly's. We get a lot of diners.
We do.
So we are so thrilled, and it's fun to be here together. You know, we don't often get to do this.
No, not at all.
So I'm glad to be up here in Jackson. Now we're going to take a nice plate out. Then all we're going to do, and you know what? I'm going to do this with a spatula so I don't have a chance of messing it up. It looks so pretty.
That looks gorgeous.
Let's put that right in the back side. Then we're going to take some of our potato salad. Like I said, this is really enough for 2.
That stuff's fantastic. I
Isn't
still
that-
can't
isn't that
believe
great?
how good a non-mayonnaise based potato salad is.
And I mean, this is a tailgating meal.
A healthy tailgating meal.
Unbelievable. And Dennis, how'd we do over here?
Looks great.
All right, let's take some of, oh, perfect. Man, you got it really well mixed. That's all you have to do. Look at how nice and fresh that is. Perfect, perfect, healthy tailgating meal. Oh, my God.
So it doesn't have to be unhealthy to taste good is what we proved today.
I swear, and I tell you what, probably my favorite, I'm throwing a little bit more of that potato salad on there.
I know you like
with
it.
the veggies. That's my favorite out of everything there. But look at that.
All I need now is a pile of napkins or a roll of paper towels, and I'm going to get busy, guys, I promise you.
I tell you what, all right, let's look at the nutrition and the values in this. Looking up the nutrition breakdown of a single serving of this meal, it's still under 500 calories, lots of protein, just over 4 grams of fat. And I mean, not too bad for having a dish that will taste,
That's
look
fantastic.
great, and be healthy. Unbelievable. Listen, I got to thank you, Dennis.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me back. I had a
Always a
blast.
pleasure to have you on the show. And I wanted to say, if you're interested in any of the recipes you see on today's show, visit our webpage at mpbonline.org/fit-to-eat or join our Facebook page at MPB Fit to Eat. So until next time, I'm your host, Rob Stinson. Eat well. Unbelievable, huh?
Ooh, I can't wait.
Sorry, staff.